You see it? You see it? What's going on? Sorry we're late. Only by what, 10 minutes? Just under. Not bad.
Not
Not bad.
bad.
Let's go. Let's just check a few things to make sure that we are on and popping as if we are supposed to. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel and go over to Arm Sports and see if we're live. And we are live. We are live. We are on.
There we go.
So I'm going to take this link, Tim, and I'm going to send it to Facebook real quick. And then we'll get this thing off and rolling.
Perfect.
How you doing, man? How was Canada?
It's good. I literally got off a plane a couple hours ago. I've had bad luck with planes lately. We got,
Don't tell me that.
oh man, we got delayed and delayed and then delayed. It's been crazy. Going to Detroit, because we flew to Detroit to drive over. Everybody got there beautifully. I was 5 hours delayed.
Oh, my goodness.
I wake up this morning. I get on the shuttle bus, look at my phone, 4 hours delayed.
Oh,
I was like, bro, this is brutal.
not with me. Whenever me and Tim travel together, I am his good luck charm. You can
I'm
tell.
telling you what. Man, can you come to East First West with me?
Yeah, for real.
Because I'm flying.
Gladly.
I'm flying with my son into Denver, and then Denver red eye to Florida. You watch. It'll be the worst flight of my life. Bound to happen.
So the way we'll do this, we'll make it nice and short and sweet for everybody. We'll keep it under 30, just around 30 minutes. It's an easy video to scroll through if you need information on the U.S. Fitgames Expo that's taking place this weekend, August 3rd, Saturday. I believe it's actually all weekend, the Expo is, but the actual arm wrestling tournament that we're going to be talking about is on Saturday.
It's just Saturday. Everything's just Saturday.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I believe so.
And then what time is the tournament actually itself starting, Tim?
I believe we're starting right at noon. So how it'll go down is Friday, give or take. I think we did between like 6 and 7 p.m. for weigh-ins, just because I know that a lot of people can just make that time in and out. It's not like we're waiting for a bunch of people to come in.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna stay at a hotel right there. My wife's gonna come home probably, but I'll stay there. So if someone comes in late, I can always weigh somebody in if I absolutely have to.
Right.
But yeah, we'll be set up right in the hallway, so it's like it's gonna be pretty easy. If everybody comes through the main doors, you'll see a long hallway before you hit the expo, and you'll see all of us vendors right there doing all the sign up sheets.
Got it.
So you can't miss it. We're gonna have a big Arm Sports Entertainment signs up. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
very
you should be able
similar.
to see it.
Very similar to last year when you entered into the main entrance of the expo where they checked your wristbands, I believe, or
Yep.
gave you a wristband. One of the arm wrestling tables was one of the very first ones that you saw. After you get signed up and registered, you walk through into the actual expo, and then you can go to our booth or go walk around another booth. I will say this now. I'll probably reiterate it a million times, though. If the tournament is starting at 12, I highly, highly, highly suggest you get there somewhere around 10, 10:30. And for here, a few reasons. Last year, there was one line in and one line out as far as an exit and entrance for driving. So if it's an all-day event, which I believe it is, there's probably not going to be very many times where there's not going to be a massive line getting into the expo, especially around that noonish time. So get there early, number one, to get a parking spot. But then also, two, I remember one of the coolest parts about it being in a fitness expo, you can do 3 or 4 laps in about 25, 30 minutes and gather all the supplements and nutritional needs and t-shirts that you need for the rest of the year. Just because everybody's giving out free stuff, free drinks. So bring an empty backpack or something, but a really cool expo, a really cool event we're super excited to be a part of. I'm basically just going to ask Tim some frequently asked questions, and we'll kind of just go off the rip there. We got it starting at 12. You said the early weigh-ins on Friday are from 6 to 7, and then I'm guessing weigh-ins day of will be at about 10?
9 to 11.
Okay, so 9 to 11, we'll do
because
weighing.
the doors open at 8 a.m. So you got to give that 2 hours because of people just trying to get in to weigh in is going to be even hard. And
Right.
then we do have that hour period to get everything set up. As soon as like 11 o'clock hits, we're grabbing stuff from the hallway.
Right.
All weigh-ins will be done in the hallway, the night of and the day of,
Okay.
and then we'll grab all of our stuff and we'll hike inside.
Got you. And you did blink at a wristband, so it'll be a wristband for the
Yep,
event, right?
yep.
Okay. And then what about, do we know anything about parking?
I I don't know anything about parking. I
I
can't
want to
remember.
say it was like $10 last year.
I think it was like $5 or $10 or something like that. And I do believe. I mean, I can go on the website and look at. That's just one thing I haven't done yet. I believe there's shuttles too. Like if you park
Yes.
somewhere else, it's like a park and ride or something like that.
The place is massive. Westworld is
Yeah.
huge. So yes, there probably is going to be shuttles just because of how hot it is and depending on what part of the parking lot they use. But I remember last year driving through a majority of an empty parking lot to get where we were parking. The event center is so large. But nonetheless, still try to get there as early as you can. Try to make sure that you're giving yourself ample time to do all this. There is limited seating in space. I
Yep.
remember last year wasn't a huge tournament. I think we had under 80 entries or around 80 to 100 entries, something around that number. And I mean, it was a very crammed space just based on everybody's family and friends, the competitors themselves for all the different weight classes, amateurs and pros. I've heard that there's going to be quite a good turnout of kids this tournament. So if we get more than 5 to 7, I'm guessing like 14 to 17-year-olds, we might do a right-handed kids division.
Yep.
And then not to mention just the sheer foot traffic of everybody trying to walk through to see arm wrestling, just to be walking through the expo. So once again, if you want to get there early to get yourself a good seat, I highly, highly recommend it because
Yep.
kind of one of those tournaments that you don't want to be standing around the entire day, right?
Yeah,
Let's
I believe we might have like 3 rows of seating. That's probably about it.
Okay. And then as far as an order goes, for the pullers, pretty standard for Arm Sports Entertainment, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do. We'll do the amateurs left, the amateurs right. We'll do the masters left, the masters right. We'll stop right there. We'll take a break. We'll do the grip challenge. The final countdown for that. It'll start. I believe it'll start at like 11, and then it'll just stop whenever we get to that point. So Edo's running that, and I think it's $300 on the line. So from
Awesome.
what I heard, you have to be in the competition to qualify to enter to do it.
Oh, so you have to be an arm wrestler, technically.
Yeah, yep.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
it's whoever's in the tournament. So somebody wants to do it, they got to sign up for the tournament.
That's awesome. And then
Yep.
also, do you know, does it matter what hand you use?
Nope.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. Well, you guys heard it here first. $300. You have to enter the arm wrestling tournament in order to compete in the grip challenge. But $300 just to be the strongest grip, not a bad gig. So you said we'll do
So
the grip challenge, and then after that, what's the rest of the order?
so the order I just gave you between the amateurs and the masters, this is what they win right here.
Oh, beautiful,
The USA Fit Games, Armed Sports Entertainment,
awesome.
like that. And then we'll roll into the pro women and the pro men.
Cool.
And the pro women, pro men, top 3 in each division, they get these ones. The high five Arnold qualifiers.
Whoa.
So that's what they get right there. So, and again, it's one of those where I was going to change some things up, but being a qualifier, I'm still going to open it up to the amateurs after they're done. If someone feels they're just dominating that day, they want to jump in. That's why we'll have that break
Yeah.
and give them a chance to jump in and try to get a top 3 spot to
Okay.
qualify.
And then as far as what I just absolutely love about Tim's tournaments, doing every other weight class, correct?
Yep.
So that if you are competing and you're pulling up a class, that you're not necessarily going to be on the table at the same time worrying about that. So it's always really nice. Um, okay. Runtime, what do you think? We'll probably be done before 5.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be done around four-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll slowly break down. We might drag it on. You know, you want to get these people the recognition and stuff. We might throw some fun things in there
For sure.
in between. We're in no rush. I mean, this thing's open till like 10 o'clock at night. It's like
Um,
8 to 10.
and they're not kicking us out at any point. So
No, we'll stay. We'll after pull. Everything will be done there.
cool.
So I no hurry to break the tables down. You know,
Okay.
we want people to stay around, check out the vendors, check out our sponsors, our vendors, and
Right.
all that.
Okay, awesome. So then you're here to hear first, everybody. The after pool will be at the event. I will bring my 2 tables along with the 2 tables that we already have. I believe we're running 2 tables at the event, correct?
Yep.
2 tables. We'll have 4 tables for the after pools. So we'll definitely have enough pulling for the after pools. How does that work, Tim, with anybody that's not competing? Do they have to sign a waiver?
They do. Yeah, we'll have a waiver they have to sign before they can touch the table.
Okay. So keep that in mind if you have any family members that you want to be able to. I mean, it turns into essentially a practice. And that's why I've
Yep.
been telling all these people, they're like, oh, well, I want to go to a practice. When's your next practice? When's your next practice? And I send them this flyer and they're like, no, I don't want to compete. Well, that's okay. You don't need to compete if you don't want to compete. But if at least you need to see arm wrestling at its highest peak and locally doesn't happen all too often. So this is definitely a good reason, example, everything to go check out arm wrestling, get interested in arm wrestling. And then after the tournament is over, like Tim is saying, right there, we're basically going to have a massive after pull, which we considered a practice anyways. So
Yep.
along with that, which I definitely want to pull, or I definitely want to talk into, is gain some incentive. First of all, shout out to the 6 people that are with us on the live, 7 now. Throw up some biceps in the chat. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you can hear everything. We do want to talk about who's going to be there this weekend. So I obviously expect a big turnout from the Arizona guys, but we also know Joe Meek is coming. We know Scott Wynn is coming. We know Vazgen Segoyan's coming. I heard through the grapevine that the Reyes brothers might be coming from Mexico. I also have heard through the grapevine Monster Martinez from Sonora is going to be there this weekend. We do have, Tim, I'll let you announce who our referees will be this weekend.
Well, of course, we got me and you. I'll be rotating in because I'll be running the whole thing. Then we'll have Reza from down in Tucson, Scott Wynn from Burbank, and Vazgen Sequoia from LA.
Awesome. And then we also do, I believe, have D'Anthony Miller helping us as a
Yep.
down ref who just acquired his junior license. So that's going to be nice. But yeah, a star-studded crew of referees. Gotta love it. You guys are not getting away with anything. I know. I think there's going to be some California guys. Like when we were down in Riverside, and I'm sorry, North versus South, a few people like Chris Zawacki and some of the California guys were interested in coming down to August 3rd, depending on how they were feeling after their super matches. So you just never know who's gonna show up. Once again, then you have the potential of these freaks from the expo that are just giants that see arm wrestling. Yeah, why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. You never. It's a qualifier, so it's like.
oh yeah,
I've seen this. I've seen it. It's an Arnold qualifier, right? Top 3 in the pro divisions, in the women's and the men's. And I've seen this way too often in the past. There could be plenty of guys that I don't even know. They won't even tell me they're coming,
right,
and they just show up because the way these qualifiers work, there's only so many in so many regions, right? So
right.
between mostly south of California, Arizona, all the way to like New Mexico, that's all done right here,
This is
you
it.
know. And then you got one in Colorado potentially that will cover like Nevada and Utah and uh, and all that.
Yeah,
And then we got the Northwest, which will happen in December at Washington State. that will cover everything else.
So
So,
Washington State is an Arnold qualifier as well.
yep,
Oh
yep.
wow, that's awesome.
That I believe that will actually be the very last one there will be.
Oh wow.
So I would imagine for last chance qualifiers, people will be showing up to those.
Yeah. But once again, like he said, for this weekend, you just never know when it is an Arnold, when it is a qualifier for anything, who comes out the woodworks for those kind of things. So is there any type of specific information that you need to go over, or is it all pretty black and white when it comes to the qualifier itself? First, top two in every weight class in the pro division, correct?
3.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're
I'm
doing
going to the
3,
Arnolds. Let's go.
right? So this is what I've gathered so far. We have more meetings. I'm probably gonna have actually another meeting tomorrow night. So top 3 qualified for the Arnolds. I believe it's the last weekend in February, Columbus, Ohio. Um, and I really just want to stress, and I'm going to stress this when I get there. If you qualify this weekend and you plan on going, I highly suggest at the least you get a hotel room like that,
Yeah.
because there's millions of people that go through Arnold's, and those hotel rooms are may even be sold out now. Airbnbs is probably the best way to go with a group of guys. I've heard that's really good, but I suggest you do that. I'm also being told once you qualify, you have until December 30th to pay for your spot and commit.
Got it.
No refunds once you pay. You're taking up that spot.
Yeah.
They're not taking alternates afterwards or nothing. It's whoever signs up, because I believe you get like a competition shirt and like a goodie bag and stuff like that, for going to this thing. So the Arnold's, everybody would be wearing the same competition shirt, and it's black pants, or black joggers or whatever. There's no shorts, nothing like that. It's very professional, so it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, when it comes to, I mean, obviously, I went to this USA Fit Games Expo that's participating this weekend. This was the first Fit Expo that I ever went to, and it was last year. And I thought it was big. I thought, man, how cool is this to be a part of? Like massive. You got IFBB pros, you got ADCC Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, you got high school wrestling, you got powerlifting, all under the same roof. It was huge. It doesn't even come close to what the Olympia is every year, and the Olympia every year doesn't even get close to what the Arnold's is every year.
Right.
So
Right.
that just puts into perspective the scale of what you're a part of and what you have the potential to be a part of this weekend. You got to get third, man. Come on.
Right. Yeah, I would say like this one is kind of the lower expo, still big.
For
And
sure.
then you get into like the Anaheim and LA Fit Expos, and then you get into the Olympia, and then you get to the Arnold's. Like there's like the tiers of this thing.
Yeah.
And so it's it's gonna be pretty gnarly. And I'm being told at the Arnold's, I mean, you're gonna have the chance to pull like 5 different countries that are doing qualifiers for this thing, between Poland and Korea, Australia, the USA,
Oh,
Canada. I think Brazil might be doing one. I mean, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
dude. Once again, at the very least, just to be a part of arm wrestling history,
Yeah.
the arm wrestling is back at the Arnold's, man. Thank you to High Five. Shout out to the people at High Five for doing this. How cool. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. I would love nothing more from you to maybe shed some light on the booths and the sponsors that we have for this weekend.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't have my paperwork in front of me. I just got home. But we have a glass company as one of our sponsors. We'll link them when we do this. We'll tag them and all that.
Yeah, all
And
the
then,
sponsors will link down.
yeah, and then we got Fuel IV, who's going to be there. If people are cutting weight, man, get yourself an IV. I think we're going to have a discount code for the arm wrestlers at some whatever that is. But they're going to be there all day, hooking us up with whatever we need.
That's awesome.
And then also Game Day Men's Health, North Scottsdale. Again, if anybody needs anything for health wise, as if you're an arm wrestler, you probably do.
Yeah,
And man, they're amazing. We're happy to be part of their team now. They're going to be giving us some good rates for these arm wrestlers. I'm going to have an arm sports code. Hopefully, I'll have that by this weekend for
sweet.
anybody that needs to go get some stuff done. man, just support them. That's
Yeah.
huge because whatever, the more we support them, the more they're going to support us, and the bigger things that we're going to be able to do here in Arizona alone, and be able to branch out eventually
Yes.
arm sports to going maybe more of up and down the West Coast
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So we really want to support them. And again, we all need stuff anyways. And there's a budget for everybody, and they have budgets for everybody. They're not just high rate, nothing like that. They're here to help us. They're not here to gouge us.
And
So
once again, arm wrestlers and arm wrestling, we can't do it alone. And no sport tries to do it alone. They all do it with the help of other companies that are like-minded, and they think and they are in the same fields. They do the same things. Once again, how much sense does it make? If you're making a big weight cut, you've got a IV company there, willing and ready to hydrate you with some of, like, if not the best stuff potentially to get you right back onto your feet. I will be taking advantage of it Friday.
I'm taking advantage of it.
And taking advantage of it. I already
Yeah.
know 2 other people who have signed up. So once again, I mean, why not? Game Day out of North Scottsdale, awesome. Morgan and them, awesome, awesome, awesome people. Can't wait for everybody to get to meet them. But once again, just the sheer fact of knowing in this sport, I would say the prime athlete is somewhere in their mid 40s to mid 50s. You know what I mean? You've got ailments, you've got
Mhm.
things that you're going through, and they're literally there to help us.
Before I forget, because I'll forget if we keep talking. We will have Luis Barrera there all day long taking pictures,
Yes,
helping us out. Um, Along with him, we will have a live feed on YouTube, Arm Sports Entertainment's YouTube all day, and it will be also being filmed for some editing afterwards for some content that we're doing, all done by none other than Adam Silver. Adam Silver will be there Friday night. He'll be there all
wow,
day Saturday. Man does amazing content. Um,
the
he's
best
he's hel- he's helping out Arm Sports Entertainment with some things we're working on, and we just want to bring the best to you guys.
too.
And if you have a chance to get in front of them this weekend, do it. Um, I'm gonna have a little booth set up to do private interviews with people, um, and that's all just gonna be released as well. So if you're looking to, get better and get your name out there, we're here to blast it for you and showcase you. The more you show on that stage, the more you show in those interviews, the more we'll blast you and get your names out there.
Right,
There's no, perfect example. We go up to St. Thomas, Ontario, Canada last night. We did a seminar and all that stuff. Me and Sarah and Corey and Magna and all those people up there. Literally at the end of the night, me and Corey Miller walked up to a young man named Josh Rodriguez out of London, Ontario. Stud. Signed him up for a super match September 2nd against Luke Polsner at Colorado State.
wow,
Like, if you want to get your name out there, like, we're here to help you. There's
yeah,
events that are high caliber, easy to get to. I mean, Colorado State, the flights right now are $29 nonstop. You can't beat it. And there's 400 entries. It's huge. So if you want to get your name out there, let us help you. We'll,
yeah.
we'll, we'll get it out there for you.
And once again, like he's saying, I'm just going to reiterate some of the massive points that we've talked about on this video. Arnold qualifier, $300 grip challenge, some of the best referees in the world, well, in the nation, if not the world, period. You've got Adam Silver, who's going to be recording the whole thing, making a video of it that you're going to be on YouTube for. There's going to be a live stream. You get to be a part of a Fit Expo. Once again, Arm Sports Entertainment is the best, and this is the reason why, is because this is what we strive to do, is to bring you this level each time. We're not going to cut corners. We want to bring you the best referees. We want to bring you Adam Silver type production. So all thanks to this man. Once again, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. I can't really think of many other points that we haven't covered that we need to. We covered space, parking, entry. How much are entry fees? How much are entry fees?
They're $40, but that includes you getting into the expo.
Okay.
Yep.
You know what
So
we
I
didn't
I
touch on?
believe I believe the expo. I just looked it up again. I don't have my paper. I think it's $25 for the day.
Yeah.
And so we'll have wristbands also. So if your significant other need to come on, we'll have a little bit more of a discount than they'll offer to
Okay.
get you in for the day. So it'll definitely be cheaper to get it through us than it will be through them.
We have had a ton of questions on the team aspect of this whole thing. So why don't you, for the last time, touch on
Yeah.
how the rules set and how all the legitimacies for the team. There is a team aspect to this weekend. If you didn't know, I mean, you don't have to be by any means, but Tim's going to touch on that. So
Yeah, it's for Arizona guys only. It's just for our state. Something fun we wanted to do. It's 5-person team. It's $10 per person, so it's a 50 team buy-in per essentially, and it's a point system. So it's for first place is 5 points, second place is 4 points, third place is 3 points, fourth is two, fifth is one.
got it.
And it's all done by points. Whoever has the most points after the weekend wins the $500 team challenge. So you're pretty much 10x in your money is what you're doing.
That's awesome.
So people like the Tucson guys that travel, man, if they bring these studs of a team, it just pays for them all to come, and have a good time. So
Yeah.
most events that we're doing, we're gonna do these at every one of them going forward, and we're gonna work our way up to maybe trying to get it to like $1,000 next time.
Oh, cool.
So when we do another like Arizona State, again, it will just be for Arizona guys, and you have your 5-person team, and it doesn't matter what weight class, right? It doesn't matter. That's the whole thing that people don't understand is, say you got a top tier amateur 176 guy who's just he hasn't right hit that pro level yet, but maybe he likes pulling 76s and 98s. So if he pulls 76 and 98 left, 76 and 98 right in amateurs, and maybe just pulls 76 pros and takes fifth, he still gets another point there, and then he gets his if he takes first, he gets 5 points down here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of points to be given out.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Here.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, once
So
again,
it's just something fun. It's just
Yeah.
something fun to do with the guy. It's just a side little thing. Corey Miller's done it for years. It's just it turns into a lot of fun because a lot of these people travel with their buddies anyways,
Right.
and they have like little groups on top of bigger groups. They can be part of a big group but still have a little side group. Um, it's just a little fun, bragging rights until the next one. Say, yo, my team got you guys. We'll see you at the next one.
Speaking of bragging rights, my team is going to win, Tim.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do a team because it's my event.
Do you want me to share who's on my team?
Oh, I don't know.
I was like, I feel like it should be a surprise, but I will say that we are the best in Arizona. So just be aware of who
There
we
you go.
are.
Yeah, no sharing until the day of.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Thank you guys all. The 10 that are with us, thank you guys so much. We'll share this all over our Facebook. We'll keep this video going everywhere up until the day of, and then we'll probably scratch it as of Saturday. But for the most part, don't ask us any stupid questions. We're going to send you this video. No, I'm teasing. It happens every single year, every single event, tournament time comes around. So we definitely wanted to make one of these videos for you guys, just so you're kind of aware of everything. Yes.
We also will have shirts again. I just did another order. Everybody was talking about these bright colored shirts. So we did nothing but bright colored shirts. We're gonna have all these shirts for sale. So come
I
there, buy
almost
some
wore
shirts.
my bright one too, but
We got all the way down to smalls this time. We got a shit ton of smalls. Everybody was asking for them. So again, we have all the apparel. We'll have an apparel table set up Friday night. Uh, if you don't come Friday night and you wanted something, I'm sorry, because I know a lot sells Friday night.
dude,
So if you're looking to get a shirt as well as entries and all that, make sure you pop in Friday night because we're selling Friday night and we're going to sell whatever's left over on Saturday at the tournament.
yeah, I think the sponsors will be there around that time. Me and Tim will obviously be there running the weigh-ins. Come say hi to us, even if you're not doing anything. Just come check out the venue. Come say what's up. It'll be a good time. But that's all I got. Tim, you got anything else?
No, man, we're looking forward to another fun weekend with Arm Sports Entertainment in Arizona, and we got more things in the work. We have something special coming up in the next couple of months
Yep.
that we're going to release, and a lot of people are going to like it here in Arizona. And like I said, going forward, we're building this up in Arizona and some other places, and who knows, we might have 4 or 5 nice tournaments next year.
Yeah, the West Coast is looking real nice for Arm Sports
Hmm.
for ASE, baby.
Yep.
All right. Well, always a pleasure. We'll see you guys this weekend. DM us if
Later.
you need anything. Tim, stick around.
Yep.